Hello, welcome to HelloKindness. Today I have a very interesting topic that I want to explore with you. Can small chores, everyday chores that we do, lead us to enlightenment? If this interests you, why don't we get started? So first of all, I want to define, or how do we define enlightenment? And I think conventionally, many people think that enlightenment seems so foreign to them, or there is a mysterious aspect to it. It seems like that enlightenment, how many people define it, is only reserved to those people who meditate immense amount of time, or there is an extraordinary event that happened to them so that all of a sudden they become enlightened. And it's a very sudden process, or it is only reserved to the Zen masters or to people that we admired the most in books that we study in history courses. But to me, in contrast, I want to share how I would define an enlightenment. And later on, I want to share a passage by Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh and how he described enlightenment with everyday chores. So how I define enlightenment is that it is very relatable to the ordinary people. We all can become bit by bit enlightened. It is very relatable. And I think enlightenment is a very gradual process. And what does that mean, a gradual process? So what it means is that it is through practice of mindfulness that we become more aware with our surroundings, and we become more aware with our relationships with the people who are important to us, and we become more aware of our internal feelings, our intellect, how we think, and how we relate to the world. So that is very practical when we think about enlightenment as that. We become more aware and less reactive to the situations we're in. And it is also a very incremental growth. It doesn't really all of a sudden something happened to you and then you realize, oh, I become enlightened. It doesn't really work that way. And right now, I want to share a passage from Zen Master Thich Nhat Hanh about washing dishes. In the book, The Miracle of Mindfulness, life is a miracle, and being aware of simply this can already make us very happy. That we are here is a miracle, and this miracle can be seen only when we are aware of it. Washing the dishes to wash the dishes can be the most important thing in our lives. To my mind, the idea that doing dishes is unpleasant can occur only when you are not doing them. Once you are standing in front of the sink with your sleeves rolled up and your hands in the warm water, it is really quite pleasant. I enjoy taking my time with each dish, being fully aware of the dish, the water, and each movement of my hands. I know that if I hurry in order to eat dessert sooner, the time of washing dishes will be unpleasant and not worth living. That would be the pity, for each minute, each second of life is a miracle. The dishes themselves and that fact that I'm here washing them are miracles. So that's the story from Thich Nhat Hanh in the book. In that passage, it doesn't mention the word enlightened, but in his teaching, he often talks about that anybody can become an enlightened person, because it takes bit by bit, when we become less reactive to the situation, to become more aware of what is happening, and then every choices that we make become more conscious. And it is this knowingness that we develop that leads us to become more enlightened. And right now, here's another story that I want to share, my personal story, and I hope that would inspire you too, about a chores that I do. So I think all of us would have time that we need to fold our laundry, right? So in the past, when I have to do chores, and this is especially before I've learned my mindfulness practice through meditation, I would turn on the TV, be really busy just to set up because I felt that I really needed a replacement so that I can be more entertained rather than just folding the clothes. So I would set up my favorite show or just have something go on so that everything that I need to not focus on the clothes, that's what I do in the past. And then many times there's nothing really wrong to that, but I felt that when thinking back, when I was not focusing on the clothes, I was like doing other things first. You can see the stack of the clothes that I fold. It's really not that good. I mean, they're okay, but they're not completed in the very best way. Sometimes you just more mindful and it would take a lot longer too. So that's the drawback of not focusing. But right now, I still, sometimes like I must be truthful is that, I would still sometimes maybe listen to podcasts or watch something. It's not like 100%, but I would intentionally take the time to just focus on that basket of clothes. So I will fold the clothes and just being really mindful of, how I should fold it, stack it neatly, and divide the clothes between different family members, and each one is folded in a way that I give my best to pay attention to them. It is really not like an awkward moment that you have to be so focused. I think as I was practicing, doing chores, I feel like that I was just being present, and then I'm more at ease. So if you ask me, what is one of the biggest benefit from mindfully doing chores, like really paying attention gently with all the details, is that you learn to become more at ease. You become more present with it, and uh, if there was any dislike, you mindfully notice it, and then you continue to make your choice to really pay attention and be present with it. And then I think the biggest realization for me is that I learned to just be. If I was folding the clothes, that is what I do. It's not perfect, I must admit. Sometimes there will be distraction, but I think it is the point that I intentionally, mindfully do one thing at a time, even it is the simplest chores, you will gain the benefit. And I think it is real that everyone's experience will be unique. So your experience to doing certain chores, even you come with any realizations, that will be different from mine. So that's for sure. But for my experience, I think, like I said, the biggest benefit is that I came to realize that just be, having the feeling or knowing that I can just be, stay in the moment is such a blissful feeling. So I want to share today chores that you can start today. So to guide you through that, you can actually experience yourself. So I would recommend washing dishes. So I think anybody at home, even you have a dishwashing machine, there are times that you need to wash some dishes by hands. So I think at those moments, if you can really simply just notice each motion as you turn on the faucet, and then the water, we can all pay attention to the sound of the water, coming through, hitting the sink, the sound of the water, in the sink, and the textures. If you wear gloves, you can feel how that through the glove, how you touch each dishes, plate, utensils, etc. Just simply learn to practice with it. And if there's any feeling arise, such as feeling bored or questioning, those are the moments that you just pay attention to it, and then just learn to, you know, um, and do it. I remember actually there's one story from my brother when he was, he's also into meditation and how to live life, mindfully. At one point, he has a friend that has, has its own personal challenges through life. And then my brother from time to time would share how he can meditate, and that, you know, it is hard to tell someone to what to do or just to sit down and do a formal meditation. But I remember one time that his friend is, going through some challenges, and then my brother shared a story with me that he and his friend just simply at his place just walk into the kitchen and there's some dishes, and then they together do uh, um, washing dishes meditation, when he and his friend mindfully just feel the water temperature, and then just feel each movement of the hands touching the dishes, washing them. And his friend shared that that moment was really special to them because he felt that he was able to be present, and a lot of the worries that he had was not present at that time. So uh, meditation or practicing chores like that, it's not magic. And that is why everyday chores, what we talk about right now, are everyday chores. If we consciously and intentionally take some of those times and learn how to live in the moment, those chores will become the steps that can help us and lead us into enlightenment. Folding clothes. Folding clothes, this is something that I like to do because folding clothes is many times is when you can do it alone. If you are a parent or if you live with someone, I think naturally the times that we fold our clothes are when maybe your children go to bed and there's a basket of clothes that you need to do. And normally those are the moments they say, oh my gosh, I need to fold this. Or maybe there's like 2 weeks of laundry. So those are the moments that you can use that as practice and mindfully fold each one and see how that feels. Okay, you will have the opportunity to create the experience and to create the meaning. So hopefully that when you mindfully do it, whether or not you feel bored or dislike, noticing such feelings will be a great practice, a great way to realize why is that. And it's time that you may want to question, oh, why do I feel bored or feel unease or disgruntled just to simply folding clothes, right? When you think about it that way, is the simplest things, when we are not able to be at ease at the most neutral thing, such as washing dishes, folding clothes, how can we able to handle more difficulty or challenging situations when they arise, such as arguments or such as like different opinions with the people that are most important to you? I think the through the daily chores, we are enhancing our awareness and become less reactive, right? That's what we talk about in the beginning. So when we have more power to make conscious choices, when we become more aware and less reactive, when difficult situations come to us, we are able to be more determined of making the best choices and less reactive to the situations. And lastly, I want to share 3 tips in how we can get it started. So the first one is, don't be greedy. Don't try to do everything at once, especially if you don't have a meditation background, if you don't have a meditation practice. When you forcefully try to do everything mindfully, sometimes the result can be the opposite because you're putting so much stress to it. So what I would recommend is just pick one thing that you would frequently do every day, a chore that you would do every day, such as even taking the trash out. Okay, when you by the nighttime, when the trash can is full inside your home, from the time that you step on the mechanism that pop up that trash, or whatever way, notice each movement. And as you tie the string of the trash bag, or even the unpleasant smell when you open the trash can cover, just notice it, and then just tie the bag. And as you walk out from the kitchen to outside to put it in the trash bin, just notice each footstep. Be mindfully opening the trash bin and put it in. See how that works. When every day you use the chores that you do as a practice, I'm sure you will find something beneficial for you. Second tip, stay consistent. Meditation or to live life, finding a chores that we do to do mindfully, it's not magic. I've been meditating for years now, like, I don't know, over 6, 7, 8 years consistently. There's ups and downs in when we practice things mindfully. When we do chores mindfully, it's like I said, it's no magic. And sometimes you might question yourself, why am I doing this? Or you might still get, maybe you have a bad day. You dislike doing the chores. You just don't want to wash any dishes. Those are all normal reactions that we have. But as you become more aware of the things that you need to do and even your own reactions to things, your sense of awareness will come forth, and face to face will prompt you to make a conscious choice. And many times I would say that when your awareness develop and prompt you to make a conscious choice, let's say that night you decided to, oh, I'm so tired, you decided to not wash the dishes mindfully, and you may be on your way to your bedroom, but because of your sense of awareness arises, maybe even when you watch, this actually happened to me, but not washing dishes is actually turning off my kitchen light. As I was walking back, to my room, the light was on, and my awareness just prompt me that, oh, I should turn off the light, because I think I was walking back to my room to take a shower, but the sense that I know I should have turned off the kitchen light to be eco-friendly, right? To be save the electricity. Even maybe just taking a short shower for 10 minutes, I should still walk back and turn off the light because nobody was there. I don't want to waste resources. So as your awareness arise, as your awareness improve, it helps you to make conscious choice. So if you decided to not do something which you should have done or you should do, usually your awareness is your safeguard. It will prompt you and lead you to make better decisions. And in that sense, you just become a little bit more enlightened. And lastly, practice gratitude. Because when you think about it, in our universe, and this I really intentionally try to practice gratitude daily, or just remind myself, because in our universe, in our world nowadays, we are very fortunate that hopefully when you're watching this, we are all in a safe environment. There are many places on earth right now, it's not safe. There are wars going on, and I think feeling grateful that you have the ability, the chance, the opportunity to do daily chores safely at your own time, it is truly a blessing. So when we feel grateful that we have the time, we're physically capable to do the chores, that is for sure something to be grateful. And I think that when we learn to become grateful, that is it really gives us the energy to continue on our journey and to appreciate many more things that sometimes we just simply overlook. Okay, so that's it. So today I have explored the topic that even daily chores can help us or lead us into enlightenment, pieces by pieces, step by step. So the greatest thing that you can do, and I really appreciate it, that if you find any value in this content, please subscribe, click the bell icon, and this is really the greatest way to help support our channel. We make a lot of effort trying to grow our channel organically. If you find anything and if you want to stay up to date with future content, I would really encourage you to click that button and subscribe. And until next time, please take care.